The night had an unusual stillness for a city that was known to be bustling even in the late hours. In a modern metropolis akin to Houston, a cold wind swept through quiet, empty streets under a faint glow of a crescent moon. The clock had just struck midnight as the sharp silhouettes of police vehicles and tactical gear emerged along the horizon. Officer Ethan Cole, a dedicated veteran of the force, prepared himself and his loyal K9 partner, Rocky, a striking German shepherd with a black and tan coat, at a temporary staging area. With their hearts steeled for what lay ahead, every member of the tactical unit understood that tonight would bring a dangerous mission to raid a suspected drug house. The air was heavy with tension and anticipation, as every sound, however slight, was magnified in the quiet of the night. Officer Ethan Cole had seen his share of adversity throughout his long career. He carried not only the weight of responsibility on his broad shoulders, but also the quiet resolve that came with years of service. By his side was his steadfast partner, Rocky, whose remarkable transformation from a stray with a troubled past to one of the department's most reliable K9 officers was nothing short of inspirational. Rocky's eyes held the wisdom of a survivor, while his every movement expressed the loyalty and determination that earned him his prestigious role in the field. Their bond had grown from mutual acceptance to a deep, unspoken understanding forged through countless hours of rigorous training and challenging missions. Within the briefing room of the police department that very night, the team gathered as instructions were relayed and strategies discussed. In that room, beneath the steady gaze of experienced colleagues, Ethan and Rocky silently reaffirmed their readiness to face the unknown. Their partnership was celebrated not only for its tactical efficiency, but also for the warmth and depth of loyalty that served as the foundation for every decision they would make. Under the weight of an almost palpable silence, the tactical team advanced cautiously toward the target location. The worn exterior of the suspected drug house came into view, its windows dark and foreboding. Every officer had a role, and each step was marked with precision and an acute awareness of the risks. Officer Ethan Cole maintained steady control as he guided Rocky closer to the scene, both acutely aware that dangers lurked around every corner. No sooner had the team taken their positions than the orderly intrusion was shattered by a burst of chaos. As the officers stormed the dilapidated structure, an armed suspect appeared suddenly, launching the operation into an unexpected and volatile confrontation. In that split second, when danger was palpable in every fiber, Rocky's instincts took over. Without hesitation, the loyal German shepherd darted forward to intercept the threat. In his courageous act to protect his handler, Rocky intercepted a stray bullet intended for Ethan. The moment of sacrifice was instantaneous, and the world around them seemed to freeze as Rocky fell, wounded by the bullet that had flown through the tumult of the raid. In the ensuing pandemonium, Officer Ethan Cole hurried to his fallen partner. With fierce determination and a heart heavy with both pain and gratitude, Ethan cradled Rocky close, praying that his unwavering companion would hold on. While other officers scrambled for cover and assistance, Ethan's voice rang out, issuing urgent calls for medical aid. The sight of a devoted officer desperately trying to protect the life of his best friend and partner became a turning point in the operation. The team, once driven solely by the demands of the task, now found themselves united in their collective hope for Rocky's recovery. Under the harsh glare of spotlights and in the midst of the controlled chaos that had overtaken the scene, the atmosphere shifted from tactical alertness to raw emotional vulnerability. In the cooling night air, Officer Ethan Cole held Rocky as tightly as he could, his eyes expressing a plea for resilience and hope. The medic team arrived quickly to stabilize the wounded dog, and while they worked with precision and urgency, a somber quiet enveloped the group. Every officer witnessed firsthand the depth of the bond that had developed between man and animal over countless shared moments and challenges. Ethan's hands trembled, not from fear of the adversaries that had triggered the raid, but from the overwhelming realization of what had been lost in a single selfless moment. Each beat of his heart echoed the unspoken gratitude and profound sorrow that defined this night. In that hospital-like field environment, every moment was replete with the silent acknowledgement that sometimes the most courageous hearts are found not in those wearing uniforms, but in those with fur and an unyielding loyalty. Before the night of the raid, Rocky's life had been a stark contrast to the honorable role he would eventually come to play. For many years, he had roamed the streets, a stray feared and overlooked by a society that cast him aside. Once found, wandering through dark alleys and dilapidated neighborhoods, Rocky had endured hardships that left deep physical and emotional scars. Labeled as unadoptable by shelters that had seen only his battered appearance, he faced a future of rejection and loneliness. Life had not been kind to the young dog, and the world appeared devoid of hope. Then fate intervened. Officer Ethan Cole, whose own journey was defined by believing in the value of every life, saw in Rocky a spark of resilience waiting to be nurtured. Against all odds and in defiance of societal expectations, Ethan adopted the stray and committed himself to a belief in second chances. In a modest training yard, far from the glitz of city lights, Ethan began the painstaking process of rehabilitation with his new companion. The process was slow and demanding. Each day was marked by small victories, a cautious tail wag, a tentative step forward, and gradually, the blossoming trust that began to bridge the gap between a frightened stray and a confident canine partner. The transformation was not merely a change in behavior, but a profound metamorphosis of spirit. With every training session, every shared meal, and every encouraging touch, Rocky's once dormant potential began to shine. The very qualities that had once marked him as broken emerged as the foundation of an unstoppable force of loyalty and bravery. Together, Ethan and Rocky embarked on a journey that would soon evolve into a powerful testament to the healing power of compassion and the transformative effects of genuine trust. The following hours and days were filled with high drama and quiet determination. In the controlled environment of a modern emergency facility, skilled surgeons worked relentlessly to save Rocky's life. The bullet wound, though severe, had not claimed the loyal companion's spirit. In a race against time, Ethan stayed by Rocky's side, vigilant and unwavering in his hope. Every minute in the recovery room was a trial of patience and love, as the medical staff fought diligently to reverse the damage inflicted on the noble canine. Ethan's presence was constant throughout the long hours of recovery. Sitting silently by Rocky's bedside, he offered gentle strokes along his fur and soft words of encouragement that needed not be heard to be felt. The days were long and filled with uncertainty, but the bond between them grew ever deeper. Rocky's recovery was a testament to perseverance. Slowly, the injured dog began to exhibit signs of improvement, a twitch of a paw here, a slight shift in posture there, each small victory celebrated as a monumental step forward. The entire department, along with the community that had come to rely on his unyielding loyalty, monitored each development with bated breath and hearts full of hope. Even as the physical rehabilitation process presented hurdles, the emotional recovery was a journey of its own. For Ethan, every gesture of improvement was not just a sign of Rocky's recovery, but a reaffirmation of their shared belief in the transformative power of trust and care. The grueling road to healing was characterized by moments of sheer exhaustion, intermingled with bursts of triumph, each instance underscoring the unwavering spirit that defined Rocky's essence. In the silent exchanges between man and dog, every glance, every touch was laden with gratitude and the promise of new beginnings. Months of persistent therapy and tender care eventually bore fruit. The day arrived when it was declared that Rocky was ready to resume his duties. The announcement spread throughout the police department like a breath of fresh air, igniting celebrations that transcended the typical boundaries of duty and camaraderie. At dawn, in the soft light of an early morning, Officer Ethan Cole led Rocky to the patrol car with an air of quiet pride and determination. The entire department had gathered for the moment, and an overwhelming sense of collective joy filled the room. The ceremonious return was more than a mere statement of physical readiness. It was a symbol of the indomitable power of spirit and resilience. As Rocky stepped forward with a careful yet confident gait, his recovery stood as a testament to the strength of character that had always defined him. The police department honored his journey with a heartfelt ceremony in which he was presented with a specially designed K9 medal for valor. That gleaming medal became more than an award. It was a lasting tribute to a loyal hero who had endured tremendous adversity to return to serve and protect. For Ethan, witnessing Rocky's triumphant return was a deeply personal victory, one that encapsulated the essence of their bond. Each congratulatory gesture, every handshake, and every pat on the head was a public affirmation of the unwavering loyalty shared by the duo. The celebration resonated far beyond the confines of the police station. It echoed in the hearts of the entire community, inspiring everyone with the belief that even in the midst of darkness, hope and resilience can light the way forward. After many years of dedicated service, the time came for Rocky to retire from the challenges of active duty. Though his days on the front lines had drawn to a natural close, his legacy of courage and loyalty endured. No longer did he patrol the dangerous streets alongside Officer Ethan Cole. Instead, he found a new role as a gentle guardian and cherished member of a loving family. In the quiet moments that followed his retirement, Rocky's days became filled with simple pleasures. He would often be found resting in the soft grass, beneath a towering oak tree in the backyard, a living reminder of battles bravely fought and a life enriched by countless loving moments. The bond between him and Officer Ethan Cole deepened further in retirement as they embraced the quieter rhythms of life, away from the urgency and peril of their former duties. A significant part of this new chapter was the joyful presence of Ethan's young daughter, Mia. Over the years, Mia had grown up with Rocky by her side, sharing countless adventures in the safe haven of their home. For her, Rocky had become more than just a retired hero. He was a steadfast friend, a playful confidant, and a silent teacher about the values of loyalty, bravery, and unconditional love. The sight of the once fiercely dedicated K9 now peacefully enjoying moments of leisure and gentle play served as a reminder that every act of heroism also carried the seeds of healing and hope. In the final moments of the day, as the sun dipped low and cast a gentle amber glow over the suburban streets, a serene scene unfolded in the quiet backyard. Rocky lay comfortably beneath an old oak tree, his eyes closed in a state of contented repose. Nearby, little Mia played joyfully, her laughter mingling with the soft rustle of leaves stirred by the evening breeze. Across the yard, Officer Ethan Cole watched with a heart filled with gratitude and a deep sense of fulfillment. The journey from hardship and sacrifice to quiet retirement had left an indelible imprint on every life it touched. The narrative of Rocky and Ethan Cole was not one of grand gestures alone. It was etched in every small, meaningful moment, a gentle pat on the head, an encouraging smile, a shared look of understanding that needed no words. Their story, born in the crucible of life's most challenging trials, had blossomed into a timeless testament to bravery, loyalty, and the healing power of love. In that tranquil moment, the legacy of sacrifice and redemption was celebrated in every ray of fading sunlight and every soft whisper of the wind. Even as the day gave way to twilight, the memory of the heroic act during the dangerous raid, the long hours of recovery, and the triumphant return to duty lingered like a cherished melody in the hearts of the police department and the community alike. The narrative continued to inspire others, a visual reminder that even in the harshest times, the bonds of love and loyalty could overcome the deepest wounds and spark new hope in unsuspecting hearts. Years passed, and the extraordinary tale of Rocky and Officer Ethan Cole continued to be recounted in quiet gatherings and reflective moments across the city. The story became a cherished legacy, a reminder that heroism comes in many forms, whether manifest as the steadfast courage of a dedicated officer or in the gentle loyalty of a once stray companion who defied the odds. Their journey taught that every life has the capacity for redemption, and that the strength of a caring heart can heal even the most profound scars. In schools, community centers, and police academies alike, the saga of Rocky served as an enduring emblem of hope. His life, which had begun in darkness and hardship, found renewed purpose through the unyielding compassion of one man who believed in second chances. Each telling of their story reinforced the belief that courage is not measured solely by acts, valor on the field, but also by the quiet moments of empathy and unconditional love shared in everyday life. In neighborhoods across the city, families remembered the profound impact of a hero who wore no uniform in retirement, but whose presence offered comfort, reassurance, and a lasting lesson in the enduring power of loyalty. The quiet companionship that Rocky offered to Mia, as she grew and learned about the world, became a living tribute to the fact that heroes are not defined by the intensity of their past struggles, but by the gentle, enduring legacy they leave behind. Final chapter of this heartfelt account found its home not in grand monuments or elaborate ceremonies, but in the simple, everyday moments that defined the true essence of heroism. As dusk settled and the community found solace in memories of shared sacrifice and renewed hope, the story of Rocky and Officer Ethan Cole continued to resonate long after the bright lights of the field had dimmed. From the dangerous nights on, the city streets to the quiet afternoons spent under an ancient oak, their bond taught that love and loyalty are the true cornerstones of heroism. Their legacy would forever serve as an inspiration to anyone who faced adversity with a brave heart and chose compassion over despair. As the pages of their story closed for one chapter, they opened another one that celebrated the extraordinary within the ordinary and honored the sacrifices that allowed hope to blossom even in the harshest conditions. The enduring lesson was clear. In every life, in every shared moment of bravery and kindness, there lies a spark that can light the way to a brighter future. In every neighborhood where families come together, in every community where acts of quiet courage are recognized, the name Rocky and the memory of Officer Ethan Cole continue to live on. Their journey, marked by the beauty of second chances and the strength found in unyielding bonds, will forever remind us that true heroes are always among us. They may not always wear shining medals or receive grand accolades, but their quiet acts of love and sacrifice transform lives and leave an everlasting imprint on the hearts of those they touch. Through every challenge faced on those cold, dangerous nights and every tender moment shared in the soft light of dawn, this story stands as a beacon of hope and an invitation to embrace the power of loyalty. The journey of Rocky and Officer Ethan Cole remains a timeless example that even in our darkest moments, a steadfast friend and a loving heart can lead us to rediscover the light. The saga continues to inspire countless lives, a tribute to the resilience of the human spirit and the undeniable strength of a bond that goes beyond duty. And as the story of their lives is passed on from one generation to the next, so too will the belief endure that when we come together with kindness and unwavering dedication, no hardship is insurmountable and no sacrifice is ever in vain. Hero's heart is not measured by the uniform worn or the accolades earned, but by the love given freely, the sacrifices made quietly, and the hope ignited in every life that is touched. The journey of Rocky and Officer Ethan Cole remains a vivid reminder that in the tapestry of life, every thread of loyalty and courage weaves together a legacy that can never be forgotten. May their story encourage each of us to recognize the hero within ourselves, to cherish the bonds we share, and to never forget that sometimes the simplest acts of love can illuminate even the darkest of nights.